Well, hello there, everybody. Thanks again for watching, and thank you for attending this morning's meeting, those of you who were there. Um, as you know, I was talking a little bit about those love letters and the situations with those. Okay, so the the whole love letter thing, it can work in your favor. Okay, if you have the buyer side and all that, that's what it is. For those of you who don't know, it's a letter that you attach that the buyer will write and saying, I'm very in love with this house, my kids, I'm desperate, or we plan to do this with the home, or whatever it is. And sometimes it does work. Okay, the sellers, it'll kind of pull on the seller's heart a little bit, especially in multiple offer situations. That's when they usually issue those, they write those kind of letters. Okay, so now the only thing that's a little bit of a problem with them is it can come into play with the fair housing situations. Okay, there has been numerous cases now where buyers can be quite emotional, especially if they don't win the bid. They tend to try to blame somebody, or they blame the realtor, or whatever. They didn't get it. Okay, now, and NAR, well, the TAR actually, they put out a a notice on it. Okay, and specifically, it says on claiming discrimination. Okay, for example, a buyer comes from a different nationality, whatever. Okay, like Afghanistan or Iran or something, and they have 10 kids or 5 kids, whatever the case may be. Okay, so they put all that in the letter. Let's say the seller don't like those people or something, or even if that's not the case. Okay, and they just chose somebody else. Well, some people can take it to an offense, and they could say, well, they didn't choose me because I put on there that I have so many children, or they put on there that, my sexual preference or my nationality, or whatever the case may be. Okay, and they have brought suits on that, civil lawsuits on that. Okay, and of course, as agents, you'd be tied into that as well. Okay, you'd be called as a witness, or maybe, hopefully, not a plaintiff. Okay, so be careful with those. Nothing saying that you can't do them. I think in New Mexico, I think it's prohibited now. I've been hearing that, but I'll verify on that. But in Texas, I haven't heard that it's not prohibited. Okay, so just be careful if you see them. Maybe ask them to change a little bit if you're coming into a situation like that. Okay, next topic is multiple offers. Okay, and I'm not talking about different people offering on one house. I'm talking about your buyer wanting to offer on multiple houses and see which one bites, right? And then they'll cancel the rest. Okay, a lot of people have done that. They like 3 or 4 houses. They say, I don't mind buying any of them or getting any of them. Let's put offers on all of them and see which one gets it. Okay, so the legal aspect of it is nothing prohibits you from doing that. Is it really ethical? Well, not really, but nothing says that you can't do that. Now, if you do and your buyer wants to do that, one thing they have to be clear on is that they need to deposit the option period money quickly, okay, within the time period. Because if they don't, then it can be that they waive the option period, and then they'll be liable to buy it if they get all 3 executions. Okay, of course it's not advised. Don't do that. Try not to. So, but legally, there is no law that prevents you from doing that. But you really, probably really shouldn't do that. Okay, so but you could advise your buyers that point. Okay, now the third topic is complaints. Okay, so we have had situations now where complaints are being a lot more frequent now. And if you all are gonna get, if you think that something is gonna go sideways in your contract, or you're dealing with a certain agent that's being kind of difficult with you, or even your buyer or something, if you get any threats, please tell me. Okay, ahead of time. Even if you think you messed up or something, let me know, and we can work this. Okay, and I will work it, and gather the evidence, and we'll start building a defense. Okay, I'm really here to protect you. I don't want to see any of us get in trouble. Okay, we are dealing with a complaint right now. Okay, it's not involved with us actually. It really has nothing to do with the office, but it's still a process that we have to go through, and it's not our fault either. So we are in the clear, but it's taking time and it's aggravating. Okay, if any of you deal with complaints, they really poke at you and you really see it. So, but if you have everything in order, so like that, we don't get surprised. Okay. And as if I'm pretty good at stuff like that. Okay. So we are always here to protect you. I never want to see any of us get in trouble. If you have a situation like that, if you're dealing with a difficult agent or a difficult buyer or seller, and you think that they're going to try to escalate something on you, keep me informed. Okay. Or you can tell, if you happen to talk to Maria, your broker, then she can tell me, and then I'll start working on it and see where we're at legally. Even if it is your fault, don't be afraid. Okay. I'm not the type that's quick to fire. People make mistakes. And I made a lot of them. Okay. And yes, I have paid for them. Okay. So, I'll always try to work something, to help us, to save you, to save us. Okay. All right. So that's really it for today. Again, thank you for everybody who attended this morning's meeting. I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, if you have any suggestions or anything, please let me know. I'll try to make a topic on it. I think that these videos are helpful. You can watch them at your own pace, rewind, fast forward, so that's why I don't really talk too much on the meetings themselves. All right. So y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you next time. All right. All right.